At precisely 12 o'clock, a divine blessing is being bestowed upon you. Archangel Michael has declared that this time is for the chosen ones. Should you disregard this moment, you risk forfeiting a significant blessing. If you believe God brought you here for a reason, subscribe to Divine Blessings Daily and become part of our growing faith-filled family. Your next blessing could be one message away. Beloved child, you were not meant to witness this unless your name had already been whispered in the heavenly realms earlier today. You are the reason for my coming. You are the one we have awaited. This divine moment has not arrived by mere coincidence or chance, but rather by divine orchestration. At 12 o'clock, something beyond human comprehension will be placed in your hands by God Himself. However, this gift is delicate, and heaven seldom entrusts miracles to those who are easily distracted. This is your sacred opportunity, and it is vanishing swiftly. My beloved child, I implore you, do not turn away. If you are receiving this message, it signifies that heaven has selected you to grasp something for which many have prayed, wept, and fasted, yet have still not received. God entrusts this to you, not to them, but to you alone. Heed this call. You may never receive such a direct message again. In your lifetime, there will be no encore, no second chance. This is why the angels have gathered around you. Now, for what you are about to receive must be safeguarded. You must be fully alert, and you must act before the moment slips away. My beloved child, the divine clock is ticking. I have been directed by the highest authority to tell you plainly that if you let this moment pass, even by a second, you will lose what was destined for your spiritual account. This moment is not symbolic. It is not a metaphor. God is not merely suggesting this is real, this is spiritual, and this is urgent. The gates of heaven are opening for you alone, not for the crowd, not for those who have gossiped about you or who laughed at your suffering, but for you because you remained steadfast when others abandoned you, because you prayed through the night while others slumbered, because you cried in silence while the world partied. Heaven has not forgotten you, my beloved child. You are currently being tested to see if you can still discern God's voice in the stillness, to see if you will respond to His whisper rather than waiting for His shout. Archangel Michael stands before you, not just to soothe you, but to issue a warning. When the clock strikes 12 o'clock, what has been written for you will be unveiled, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Should you dismiss this gentle prompt, someone else will claim what was meant for your hands, and it will break the hearts of the angels to witness this. My beloved child, we are mere minutes away. If you have not yet done so, I urge you to pause, breathe deeply, and attune your heart to this divine call, not to a channel, but to God's divine frequency. Embrace what He wishes to bestow upon you. Affirm your acceptance of what your soul has been longing for. If your heart is racing, it is because your spirit senses the reality of these words. A divine unlocking is occurring in heaven in real time, with your name resonating through the angelic chambers. Some may mock, some may overlook this moment, and some may mindlessly scroll past the very miracle they prayed for last night. But you will not. Deep within, you understand. You feel it in your core. The gravity of this moment is far from coincidental. God has meticulously orchestrated every second of your life to ensure you are present for this divine encounter. You are not merely an observer. You are here to receive, to cherish, and to carry this blessing into the next chapter of your life. My beloved child, heaven watches closely as you navigate these next moments. God is not asking for perfection. He seeks your focus. Focus on the spiritual subtleties, on the whisper, on the stirring within your heart, signaling that something sacred is unfolding. Do not overlook this. Angels have long guarded your miracle, and now it is poised to be handed to you, but only if you reach out. My beloved child, I have a singular truth to impart to your soul right now. The blessing is already formed. It is here. It is not on its way. However, the door will not remain open indefinitely. I have fulfilled my directive. Now it is your turn. Fully open your heart. Say an unequivocal yes to the gift presented to you. Let go of the fears that insist this blessing is not for you. You have endured too much pain to miss out on this peace. You have traversed too much adversity to overlook this favor. God would not draw you here simply to tease your spirit. This is a test not of suffering, but of trust. My beloved child, if you have ever felt overlooked, know this is your affirmation that heaven is shining its light upon you right now. If you have ever questioned whether God hears you, this is proof that He has not only heard you, but has silently orchestrated your answer. At precisely 12 o'clock, the era of silence will conclude. However, you must demonstrate that you are awake before this blessing arrives. My beloved child, the miracle you seek does not require your financial contribution. It needs your undivided attention. God does not demand your perfection. He desires your surrender. You were chosen not for your flawlessness, but for your preparedness. The blessings that await you have been inscribed in your name. Now, what remains is your affirmative response. My beloved child, I wish for you to absorb these words as if I were sitting beside you, for in spirit I am. Something sacred is unfolding around your name. A prayer, long awaited is finally rising to fruition. The unrest you have felt lately, the disruptions in your life, are indicative of a divine shift too significant to be built on shaky ground. You were not losing everything. You were being cleared for something far greater. My beloved child, this precise moment has been chosen by God because the atmosphere is now primed to receive the blessing that would have been overwhelming if it had come too soon. You've grown, you've endured, and although you felt the strain, you did not shatter. That quiet resilience is precisely why this miracle has been entrusted to you. Initially, this blessing was intended for another destination, yet you have quietly earned it. Heaven consistently rewards hidden faith with remarkable miracles. Beloved child, I urge you to listen closely, as if I were seated beside you, for in the spiritual realm, I am. A profound transformation is occurring connected to your name. An answer to a long-standing prayer is finally coming to fruition. The inner turmoil you've recently experienced and the disruptions you've faced are signs that this change is too sacred to rest on fractured foundations. Your past losses were a preparation for something far more significant. This moment has been chosen by God because the environment is now adequately prepared to accommodate the blessing that would have overwhelmed you prematurely. You have matured and persevered. You have felt pressure, but remained unbroken. It is this silent strength that has caused this miracle to be redirected to you. You earned it in quiet faith. What awaits you is extraordinary. This is not a mere recycled blessing or leftover grace. It is your divine inheritance. You will not need to compete for it, struggle for it, or chase after it. It is being entrusted to you because your spirit embodies reliability. This is not a privilege granted lightly, but God recognizes your journey and deems you ready. You have wept in solitude, stayed awake while others rested, and offered prayers that only heaven has heard. God has counted every tear as a means of currency, and now He is preparing to compensate you with abundant blessings, not necessarily in the way you envisioned, but in ways that will redeem every shred of pain you have borne in silence. Prepare yourself, for this blessing is likely incomprehensible to those around you. Its nature defies explanation. It is of divine origin. I convey this not merely as poetic expression, but as a prophetic declaration. God is poised to deliver something into your hands that will transform your entire world, your home, your relationships, your finances, your identity. This transcends being a simple gift. It is divine guidance manifested through favor. The blessing itself carries a vital message. You are not forgotten. Many may have observed you, yet failed to truly see you. Many have heard you, but did not truly listen. However, God has been attentively monitoring your journey from the very beginning. You are not in a season of punishment, but in one of preparation. This is why it is happening at precisely 12 o'clock. 12 is not merely a time. It is a divine numeral symbolizing completion, order, and heavenly authority. Currently, divine governance is supporting your breakthrough. The recent feelings of despair you experienced were due to the enemy's awareness that your release was imminent. Spiritual resistance intensifies as you approach your blessings. That heaviness, confusion, and sudden melancholy were not coincidental. They were attempts to distract you from divine timing. Yet you persevered. And for that reason, I am here to affirm that you have arrived right on time. This message has reached you not by accident. The stirring in your heart is recognition, not fear. Your spirit acknowledges my voice because discussions regarding you have occurred in realms you have not yet entered. Angels have chronicled your story, and today they are about to unveil a blessing that has eluded your lineage. You are set to terminate generational droughts and reverse persistent cycles. Everything the enemy has taken from your family is being restored to you. It is crucial to grasp this. The purpose behind this blessing is not to inflate your ego, but to propel you into action. God entrusts it to you, not solely for your benefit, but for the impact you will create in others' lives. Your affirmative response today will provoke significant shifts. Heaven expresses urgency, and I have been instructed to reach you prior to noon, for any delay could result in another being positioned to receive the blessing you have nurtured in the womb of faith for years. This process is not about proving your worth. It is about your willingness. Are you prepared to say yes without knowing every detail? Are you willing to accept what you may not yet fully comprehend? Are you ready to extend your hands and allow God to fill them with what you hadn't even thought to ask for? If your answer is affirmative, brace yourself for one of life's most pivotal moments. The scroll in heaven has been unveiled, inscribed with your name in light. The timing is divinely sanctioned. The window of opportunity has opened, and the delivery is imminent. I, Archangel Michael, have been dispatched to guard this proclamation until you respond affirmatively. The countdown is underway. Do not overlook this moment. Do not doubt it, and do not let it pass by unheeded. Once the clock strikes 12, the door will not reopen in the same manner. The hour draws near faster than you may realize. I have been instructed by the highest authority to convey to you unequivocally that should you allow this moment to slip away, even for a fleeting second, you will forfeit what is rightfully intended for your spiritual journey. This moment is neither symbolic nor metaphorical. It is profoundly real, deeply spiritual, and undeniably urgent. God is not merely offering a suggestion. This is a reality that demands your attention, the gates of heaven are opening exclusively for you, not for the masses, not for those who have gossiped about you or mocked your struggles, but for you because you have remained resolute when others turned away, because you have prayed through the night while others slept, because you have wept in silence while the world celebrated. Heaven has not forgotten your plight, my cherished child. You are presently being tested to determine whether you can still perceive God's voice amidst the silence, whether you will heed his quiet whisper rather than await a more thunderous call. Archangel Michael stands before you not only to comfort you, but also to issue a solemn warning. As the clock strikes midnight, what is predestined for you will be revealed not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Should you dismiss this gentle nudge, someone else may seize what was meant for your embrace, leaving the angels' hearts heavy with sorrow at this loss. My beloved child, we are only moments away. If you have not yet taken the opportunity, I urge you to pause. Inhale deeply and align your heart with this divine beckoning. It is not a channel, but rather the sacred frequency of God. Embrace what he intends to bestow upon you. Affirm your acceptance of what your soul has yearned for. If your heart races, it is because your spirit recognizes the truth of these words. A divine unlocking is occurring in real time in heaven, with your name resonating through the celestial realms. While some may ridicule, others may overlook this moment, and many may absent-mindedly scroll past the very miracle they sought in prayer just last night. You will not. Deep within, you understand the significance of this moment. You are not reading this by chance. Countless others will never encounter this message because it was intended specifically for you. God bypassed the masses to ensure this communication reached you, signifying that a monumental shift is about to impact your life. The decision you make in this precise moment will determine whether the door remains ajar or closes quietly for someone else. You have sought a sign from God. This is that sign. You have prayed for clarity. This is your answer. You have longed for confirmation. This is heaven's gentle prompt, stating it is time. No trumpets, no lightning. There exists a subtle voice that quietly encourages you. Open your hands. The miracle it speaks of is not boisterous, yet it is profoundly authentic. If you choose to overlook this call, your soul will carry the weight of what your mind desperately wishes to forget. That a sacred opportunity slipped past you as you hesitated when action was required. My dear child, I have witnessed the burdens of your past. I understand what you have endured and the wounds inflicted upon you. I acknowledge the countless instances you gazed into the mirror and questioned your worth. Listen attentively Now, for God is about to place something transformative in your hands that will shatter every untruth that has sought to define you. This is the moment to release guilt, shame, and the compulsion to hide. What is on the horizon will validate that you were destined for more than what the world has offered. My cherished child, the heavens are currently anointing your name with blessings as the anointing flows. Opportunities will arise, not just any opportunities, but those previously hindered by others' perceptions. While some believed they could obstruct your ascent, they failed to recognize that your blessings are secured in heaven, not subject to their control. They underestimated the God you serve, who does not require human approval to bestow blessings upon his child. Now, those blessings are being manifested publicly just as promised. My beloved child, things are accelerating swiftly. Can you sense it? The change in the atmosphere, the whisper in your ear, the stir in your gut. This is not anxiety. Rather, it is alignment. Your soul is responding to divine timing. There is no need for explanation or permission. Simply declare, God, I am ready. For when the clock strikes 12, opportunities will shift. If you are not positioned spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, someone else may seize the opportunity intended for you. I share this not to instill fear, but to ensure you are prepared. Blessings have their cycles, and opportunities come with spiritual expiration dates. Not every chance recurs. Some moments are unique occurrences that do not repeat. You find yourself in such a moment right now. Archangel Michael does not visit merely to offer encouragement. He arrives during spiritual conflict where prompt decisions are crucial. This is one of those occasions, and the miracle awaits your affirmation. My beloved child, recognize that what lies ahead transcends material wealth. This is not solely about finances, homes, or achievements. It centers on a deeper peace, the kind that allows you restful sleep, clarity for decision-making, and genuine joy. That is the gift God is bestowing upon you. You have persevered through seasons of silent turmoil, and now God advocates on your behalf. Others may have perceived your tranquility as weakness, but they could not discern the angels surrounding you, ensuring you were never outnumbered or alone. Heaven instructed you to remain silent so that external noise would not obscure your purpose. As the season of quietude concludes, I have come to proclaim what your adversaries were never meant to hear. You have been chosen for an irreversible calling. This is your spiritual inheritance, presently being transferred to you. I do not know who led you to believe your moment has passed, but I am compelled to assure you your moment is just beginning. You did not miss a thing. God was merely laying the groundwork. He is now observing whether you trust him enough to proceed without the complete blueprint. This blessing is reserved for the brave, which is why it is being entrusted to you, because your faith has prepared you for it. My beloved child, there is no reason to fear losing what is rightfully yours, but you must act promptly. The portal is open only for a brief time. Spiritual forces are at work, and the window of favor is shifting. You sense the urgency arising from your awakened spirit in real time. Every delay you have faced is being undone. Every door previously closed is being revisited. What once bore the sign, access denied, is about to welcome you in. However, this will only occur if you are present and observant, my beloved child. When heaven chooses to act, it does not seek permission from humanity, nor does it wait for you to feel adequate. It moves forward because the moment is predetermined and marked by eternity. As you receive these words, angels surround the release of your name like sentinels before a royal treasury. The favor about to manifest in your life is deliberate. It has been concealed to protect it from contamination, not due to your unworthiness, but to ensure you are strong enough to bear it. Now you are prepared, which is why this release is scheduled for this precise moment. You were meant to receive this at this specific time because the anointing about to be granted to you would have overwhelmed you 6 months ago. Now it will fortify you. My cherished child, God understands your exhaustion. He understands the length of your wait, the countless times you've questioned yourself with thoughts like, perhaps this isn't meant for me. Yet here lies the profound contradiction. It was always destined for you, but it arrived at a moment when you were no longer settling for mere scraps. Once you ceased the pursuit of fleeting approval, a lasting triumph was unlocked from above. You did not forfeit the blessing. Rather, you evolved into it. Now it feels comfortable, as if it were a finely crafted garment provided by the divine. My dear child, there exist individuals in your life who may struggle to comprehend this transformation. You need not justify it, soften it, or express regret for it. This blessing did not require consensus from others. It was declared by God Himself. Their perspectives hold no sway over your ascent. The blessings about to manifest in your life may bewilder them, which is why God is revealing them to you discreetly through this very message to prepare you to embrace them without guilt. You owe no one an explanation for the grace that God bestows upon you. Your only obligation is to Him in your obedience. My beloved child, I must emphasize this with clarity, for time is of the essence.